Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome to the channel. So if you're here right now, you're probably trying to figure out, is owning a home theater for you? So in today's video, we're going to take a look at some of the pros and cons to owning a projector and try to help you figure out, is this something that you're willing to invest in? Stay tuned. We have a special guest right after this short introduction. Let's rock. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that bell notification. We do monthly giveaways here, and there's always a chance for you to win something simply by being subscribed. So in today's video, we're going to look at a topic that I've never really touched yet, and it doesn't make a lot of sense why I haven't touched it, because we've reviewed hundreds of projectors here by now. What are the benefits of owning a projector? Is it a good idea? Should you do it? Is it worth the money? Well, the first thing that I could think of, it's pretty cool. Let's face it, not everybody has a movie theater in their house, so when somebody walks in and sees that you have a movie theater, they're like, wow, that's pretty sweet. And the thing that most people don't really understand is it's actually more affordable in today's day and age than ever. And before I go any further with some of the pros and cons that I thought it would be a really good idea to have a third-party opinion on this topic. And if I'm gonna have to give anybody's opinion when it comes to projectors or home theaters, it's gonna be from a professional, because I consider myself a professional. So I have Chris Majestech from Majestechs on the channel right now. It's such an honor to have you on, man. I've watched a lot of your videos. He reviews projectors and he really gets down to the nitty-gritty. I mean, this guy digs into the details. Thank you for joining me, Chris. Why don't you go ahead and tell the people what you think about owning a home theater?
Thanks, Casey. I wouldn't really call myself a professional. I just love talking about home theater stuff. So let's talk about the pros and cons of owning a home theater. The first thing is that it's much cheaper than you think. For less than $2,000, you can get an HD projector, 120-inch screen, and a full surround sound system. And now that 4K projectors are more affordable, you can spend a little bit more and go with 4K, which looks absolutely incredible. So this brings us to another benefit to projectors, which is cost. So big TVs, especially TVs bigger than 75 inches, are really expensive. Well, you can spend just a few $100s on a full HD projector and easily create pretty much any size screen you want. Another benefit to owning a projector is wow factor. So if watching a movie on a big screen wasn't awesome, then movie theaters simply wouldn't exist. There's just something awesome about sitting in front of a big screen. It's a completely different experience, and the fact that you're in the comfort of your own home makes it even better. So now that we talked about some of the benefits, let's talk about some other things that you need to consider. The first and most common problem with a projector is that they don't work well in a bright room with lots of windows. This isn't really a big problem if you want a screen smaller than 100 inches, but if you want the best image, then it's best to dim the lights and cover the windows. Now, there are a few ways around this, but it's definitely something you want to keep in mind. Another thing to consider with a projector is lamp or bulb life, since most projectors use a bulb to produce light. Now, this used to be a big deal several years ago, but nowadays the average bulb lasts several thousand hours, and even if it does need to be replaced, they're not that expensive or difficult to replace. And the last thing I want to talk about is sound. So most home theater projectors do have internal speakers built in, and they work okay for watching TV, but they don't sound that great, and I wouldn't recommend using them to watch a movie. This just means that it would be best to either buy a home theater surround system or a soundbar. So overall, I do think that the benefits of owning a projector definitely outweigh the cons. So if you're on the fence or you haven't seen any of the newer home theater projectors in person, I definitely think it's worth seeing for yourself.
You know what, Chris, you're absolutely right. I couldn't agree more. He just hit a lot of great points, and a lot of people think that having a movie theater in your home is like only for rich people. Only rich people can have movie theaters in their home setup, and that's not true. You could get a really decent projector screen for like $100 or $200, and you can get a really good projector for $400 or $500. Now, if you're a video gamer, if you like binge watching TV shows, if you like watching movies or going out to the movie theater, think about all the money you could save, and you don't even have to go out to the movie theater anymore. You just watch stuff on Blu-ray. Home theater experience, it's an awesome way to go. Now, the only cons that I could really think of right now would be the fact when it comes to a projector, you have to have an adequate amount of space between the wall and the projector. So you want to have a decent sized room, unless you were to get an ultra short throw projector. In that case, you could have it really close to the wall. But either way, you're probably going to want to mount it on the ceiling. So you're going to have to do a little bit of work hanging it up and then running the wires, trying to hide them if you're OCD about it like I am. But once you get through all of that, I think that it's totally worth it. I would definitely say go with the home theaters, guys. It's more affordable than ever, and you can definitely ooh and ah people when they come over and see your place. Guys, if you've never heard of Majestechs, check him out. I'll leave a link down below in the description for his channel. He reviews very similar products, and he does a very good job. So thanks for joining me once again, Chris. And if you are interested in having a home theater and you really don't know where to start, I'll leave some options down below in the description. I'll let you know the screen that I'm using, some of the best screens that I would recommend, and also some of the projectors that are out there right now that are pretty affordable, but are also very, very good. Until next time, I will catch you guys later. You gotta rotate. Peace.